Hello, welcome back to From Soft Serve, back in Bloodborne PC, and this will be a quick video where I show how I fixed a draw group issue that existed in the game in the released version, all the way up to patch 1.09, and it's something that happened in Dark Souls 1 a lot. Dark Souls 2 has it as well, where they basically just goofed and certain map pieces will disappear when ideally they shouldn't be. So if you look at this building right here, keep an eye on that building. When we cross over here, you can see it's still here. It's right in the distance. And then when you head this way, it goes whoop, and it disappears. And that is a draw group issue, where it basically is set to the wrong draw group and just an oversight. Where now, will the player most likely notice this? No, to be honest, I didn't notice it until very recently. And I was like, oh shit, that's weird. I don't like that. So here's how I fixed it. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Once I noticed it, I couldn't not notice it. I was like, oh my god, that's crazy. And I've seen some other ones that I need to fix in Bloodborne. And so how I fixed it is if we quit out of Bloodborne, and we go to our little mod here. Let's open up Central Yharnam, and basically you find the offending map piece or object or whatever it would be that would be having that issue. And we do a quick little fixaroo. Okay, this time it decided not to load the textures, except for some of them, so I don't really know what that's all about. But here's where we were in the game, and you can see it's this building right here. And so the quick fix is essentially to just, because of course you can delete it. Ooh, actually it's there. Oh, wait, what? Oh, is this actually Yosefka's? No. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, let's go back to our little spot here. Really? So that's Yosefka's clinic room. I hadn't even put that together, but that explains why it disappears. Is they just assumed that's not when you would need it, but there is actually an occurrence where we would be able to see it disappearing like that. So essentially what you do is you can hit assign draw and assign display. And those are draw groups and display groups. This is kind of the lazy approach, but essentially you just set it to this and it's a very specific number that tells the game, hey man, don't unload that. Just keep that there. Keep that there while you're in this map. And obviously there's not a big geometry cost, because as you can see, the exterior is incredibly simplistic. And it's not something you would even see from, inside. The inside building is its own thing, and that has way more geometry, but we're not altering that. We're not messing with loading that in, as that would be loaded in as you're closer to that area and you've made it back to Yosefka's clinic. But essentially, yeah, you just tell it like, hey, we should load this. I also did this part. So basically the exterior portions, I just altered their draw groups. You hit save. And then we go to our actual folder here, which is inside our DVD root _ PS4, and then map studio. Map studio is the actual folder that houses the MSB files. And these are the files that control, they actually control how the game looks, and what things are loaded in when. And yeah, fix Central Yharnam, there you go. I knew I backed up my fixed ones because I brought in these other ones from an unmodded version of the game that I have. And so now that we've loaded those back in, let's not load that. That's a newer version of the emulator that I was testing, and it crashed when I hit a character. So I'm going back to my other one, which is a stride fix, is what I called it. It was I think it was from 2 days ago. With the emulator, I really wish there'd be less YouTube videos and Twitter posts going, it's fixed, we're gonna have it in 2 weeks or something. Like, it's just bullshit. They're just bullshitting. They don't know. Like, we're gonna have regressions. We're going to have better performance on one build. We're going to have worse performance on another build. And it's going to go up and down. So no one should expect that it's a linear progression towards a fully playable game. Like, that's just not a thing. So no one should be expecting that. Okay, so that goes towards the clinic. And now let's see if those distant buildings, will they stay visible? Uh-oh. Okay, I almost thought the emulator crashed for a second. It was loading something. Don't worry about it. It must be loading those jabronis over there. And as you can tell, they now stay in the distance correctly, and they do not despawn. We have fixed a visual glitch in the game that existed originally. And those are kind of my favorite things to fix. I did a lot of those with Dark Souls 1. Dark Souls 1 was the ultimate. Like, there's so many oversights because they ran out of time on that game. And there was just a lot of instances where certain things weren't being set to load at the correct times, and they would despawn in front of your eyes. Bloodborne has less of those, but this is an example of how I could fix. Let's actually go to the bridge. See if we go to the bridge, because there are other. Once we go up to 1440p, these are noticeable in 1080p. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely are. But they are things that you'll notice more at 1440p, because obviously there is a resolution bump, right? And so let's go. Okay, we chugged a little bit. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I do have a mod that turns on some particle effects again. Oh, view notes. Ring the rich. I don't remember that being there. Yeah, give me a blood vial. So I get my actual, like, enemy particle effects, so I can see when they drop something, which is a godsend. You'll see on the bridge there, they have a little bit of lights. So some particle effects are enabled. That's not like the main point of this video, but, you know, it's cool. Something that's actually super nice, especially the item drops. I've missed those so badly. Okay, so let's run towards. Oh yeah, you can see in the distance here. Did we swap? Oh my dear lord. Oh, that's real bad. Yeah, it's the fake one versus the real ones. Oh shit. Okay, well, I kind of forgot you guys were there. I'm gonna be real with you. I have an upgraded weapon. I can. Whoa, okay, hey, big dog. Be cool. I'm recording a video, so I need to look like I know how to play this game. Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, it's the fake one versus the real one. Interesting. Yeah, okay, so let's test that out. Let's test that out. That's a fake one versus a real one. We should be able to fix that. Yeah, that's weird. There's a lot of those. They actually do have a lot of fakes. Not as many as DS1. DS1 had so many fakes that were present just to represent distant geometry, right? Let's see. Yeah, so I think it's 50-30. Yeah, you can see how the fake one covers up the real ones here. And we get rid of that. And now let's see what happens. So I got rid of the fake one. Presumably what's going to happen now is there will be a gap where the real ones aren't rendered because they're obviously set to specific draw groups. So let's go into Bloodborne. This is where I store my mod, Dynamic Shadows mod, because that's where it puts the MSBs once you modify them. And so we have 3:27 p.m. I didn't actually prepare to do this portion of the video, but I feel like modding or fixing something without fully knowing I can fix it and probably looking unprofessional in the short term, you know, it's a little more daunting, but I've been doing this long enough that I generally know what to do. So yeah, now we have those. Let's copy over the modified things. We got rid of the fake one. You'll notice how quick it can be to make modifications to any of the Souls games, really. You can just pop in, delete a thing, save it, pop it in your Map Studio folder. Part of it is that I'm obviously used to doing it, right? Let's load in, and now there should be a gap where it's not going to load the original higher quality assets. And that's going to look awkward, but we can fix that. Yeah, so now you'll see it's just not loading those ones at all. So those are the ones that now just don't show up at all because we deleted the fake, right? Which, interestingly, the fake was popping up at a weird time. No, I guess the fake did make sense why they were popping it up then, and then when you got closer, it got rid of it because it could do the high quality ones that you see now. So if we want to fix that, one thing we can do is just go in, and I believe, so usually what I'll do is, I remember doing this once and then I undid it. I was just kind of testing it out, and essentially we're going to open up Smithbox a second time because I need to see, I need to see the buildings I need to modify, because I don't want to needlessly modify a bunch of them when I don't need to do that. And that's where we have Bonfire Shadows, porting. Did I not make another mod? I may not have. Oh, maybe this is one. Okay. Central Yharnam. Let's try to load it. Let's see. Sometimes it fails loading, but maybe. Oh shit! I get textures on this one. What the fuck? Sometimes that happens where Smithbox will be like, "Nah, you're not gonna get textures on that. Don't worry about it." Okay. So let's go to the bridge. Let's go to the front, and we basically need to see. So these are the things we need to actually get the real versions of and fix. So I usually go from right to left here, and so we know the first one is this one, which we will grab that one. We need to grab this building. Okay. We need to fix this building. Okay, which is that one. We need to fix the next building, which is that. I think there's a second building inside of it. No, maybe not. Okay. And then we need to fix this building. Select. Okay, then we got these two highlighted. These are the real buildings. Okay. And then we have this building right here. And this is actually a good example of the lower quality versus higher quality. You can, of course, see the higher quality, the real one, is higher polygon count. Oh, really? Does it end here? Oh, no, it doesn't. I was looking at the wrong one, sorry. So then we need this building down here. We need this building here. We need this building. Oh, not that one. This one. Oh, really? Oh, is that fake being... Oh, that's 8010. Oh, yeah, I don't know about that one. Wait, if we delete that one. Oh, wow. No, that is just actually an important one. Okay, that is a jumbo one. Oh my god. Well, we don't need to modify that one. Okay, I quickly have to reselect them. Don't worry about it, it's fine. It's quick. They're all actually pretty obvious too. It looks like they used that building 3 times here. Way to go, FromSoft. We love it. We love to see it. Smart usage. Yeah, so it's that building too. And then I believe it's actually this one down here, which includes this and this. All right, so now we're gonna assign draw and display groups. Booyah. And that should work. And that will basically load them in, keep them loaded in. And admittedly, you can try to use draw groups of something that's next to it. So like sometimes what you could do is steal the draw groups from this big other mesh, and that will commonly work to keep them loaded in, but then not loaded in at other times. So I'm going to look into that. But for a quick fix, you can just assign these draw groups and display groups. And I don't really mess with the backread groups, because I'll admit I don't really understand the backread groups 100% currently. So I'm not going to mess with those. And let's see. Okay, yeah, that's the original one. This is the dynamic shadows. which we now have our newest one. And you will see I have to make a duplicate for the 2 other versions because Central Yharnam has different game states based upon if Vicar Amelia is killed, and I believe the other one is if Rom is killed, like when the nightmare, where you break the seal on the fucking nightmare. I don't know what you call it. So basically, yeah, I just create copies and then make them. Here we go. We copy them. We put them in here. And now, theoretically, we should now get the high quality ones all the time and not have any of the low quality shenanigans. And that's something I want to expand to every other map, is every map uses fakes. And some of them I can replace and some I cannot. I remember I was talking in an earlier video about replacing how you can see from like Gascoigne's bridge, you can see Old Yharnam below it, but it's a fake of Old Yharnam, right? So I tried loading in the actual models from Old Yharnam using methods I've used for DS1, and it did not work. So it just wouldn't load them. So there's some difference of how Bloodborne handles that I'm not aware of yet. But as with anything, I will figure that out. So yeah, now they are loaded in all the time, and the distance looks great. And performance isn't any different, as obviously there's an increase. Ooh, actually you can see another thing that loads in the distance. Let's kill these jabronis. Sick. Okay, I thought I was going to crash on the visceral there, but it did not. We're good to go. This is actually the character. I will be streaming tomorrow, by the way. If anyone's made it this long in the video, I'll know. I'll be streaming tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, so adjust for your local time zones. We will be playing more of this character who has made it to Burger Town and is currently being raw-dogged by the lady that you need to kill to unlock the door. So you can see the rocking chair grandpa, because she is absolutely raw-dogging me. It's unbelievable. Okay, I believe I saw something. So if you go back far enough, that's crazy. Look at that. I wonder why that wasn't noticeable. Yeah, look at what it does. Yeah, oh, it loads in. You can see very slightly. They actually use a fake of the bridge there. Okay, so that's easily fixed. Once again, let's do another fix. These are fixes I will be doing for the entire game. Because I think that's one way you can make the game look better. Yeah, there is a fake here. Really? So a good way to tell what the fake models are very quickly, just by their model name, is basically anything that starts with a 5, so 5, 6. The actual one is commonly a different number, like 9660 or 9670, but the fake one is usually 5, 6. Or starting with 5, and that's how they denote the fake ones. So if we delete the fake one, because it looks like this fake one is quite literally just the side of the bridge here. Oh yeah, okay. So if we delete that, ooh, yeah, we got a lot of different little map pieces here. Oh, what was the other one I selected? Ooh, what's that one? Oh, is that a fake as well? I think it is. Oh, it is. There's a double fake? No. That's crazy. Oh, there's like triple fakes. Oh, we're finding all kinds of stuff here. Yeah, that's another fake. Yep, that was another fake. Okay, so we saved some fake rendering time there. By basically, if we select it and tell it, all right, we're gonna load this jabroni more often. Yeah, we're now going to save. We're not really saving rendering time because obviously those things were only being loaded at certain times, so it's not like it's overlapping on that. But at least in this case, we can now load the high quality variants. And so now we'll get better distant detail. And yes, technically it's costing performance, but I'd say it's pretty negligible. Quite honestly, because we're running it on PC, we're going to have the benefit of overhead, right? We're going to have much more powerful PCs. So like that I'm not as worried about because we'll have PCs that can run it. And the whole point of this mod is obviously to improve the visuals. So, you know, I'm pretty okay with doing that. Assign draw, assign display groups. Okay, and let's save that. And now we've gotten rid of actually 2 more fakes that I wasn't even aware of. I hadn't seen that before. But that's why I've always said making these videos is always super helpful to me. Because I'll find things that I did not find before. And I do plan to go back and see if I can make the draw groups more targeted instead of just doing this sort of quick fix, which I like the quick fix because it ensures that they will be seen from other places in the map. And so if you copy draw groups of things that are nearby that are rendering, that's not necessarily a guarantee that they will be rendered from other places in the map that the player might be, right? So you do want to make sure that my first goal is not to break the visuals, but that could be a later optimization path where I could go back through and be like, okay, let's see if I can only load it from this portion and see if that works. Okay, so let's load that in. Let's relaunch. Thank you if you've stuck with me this long. I usually would have probably ended the video after fixing the first thing, but I thought it might be an interesting window into the process of fixing other things. Now, of course, this is tough because I can't make this a separate mod from the dynamic shadows. I mean, I could, but the problem you have is that it would then, they would not interact well. One would overwrite the other. So you kind of have to stick with the mod that you're working on, and because this one's already a very expansive mod, and I'm already fixing other things and enabling shadow casting and whatnot, it makes sense to include this in the remaster project. So let's see if we can get... Oh, shit. Okay, I missed one. Missed one. Oh, yeah. Oh, I think it's still doing the fake statues. Okay, hold on. Yeah, you can tell the modding Bloodborne and any of the Souls games, a lot of it is actually just quitting out. A lot of it is just quitting out and going, fuck, shit, fuck. Let's see, are there fake statues here? Oh, there are. Yep, fake statues. We'll fix that. We have fixed that. Because I don't want the statues to just suddenly randomly render in. So I do want that to be cohesive. I think the statues are higher poly than a lot of the other stuff. I think this should cover the viewable player distance as to what it would be rendering in. Okay, let's throw them in just for fun. And them. I think that should cover... Well, we'll throw them in because they're right here. Why not? And I think I swapped... Yeah, let's do that one. Assign draw, assign display. Did I switch this one? Yes, I did. Okay. So now we should have all parts of the bridge covered for that. And then this will end the video, I promise. Maybe. We'll see. No, we will. So let's go back to our Map Studio folder for our project. And we do our little copy and paste job here to make sure that it applies to all of Central Yharnam. Think of this as your daily Bloodborne modding ASMR video. Or it's the friend you know that wants to show you something and they think it's really cool and you appreciate that they think it's cool. Let them, it's like when a kid maybe I said this in a previous video. I think I did. It's like when a kid comes up to you and is like, hey, check out this drawing I did. And it's like a horrible drawing, but you're like, let's put that up on the fridge, even though it's not a great. It's like when the Beatles, oh my God. See, now I can't remember names. That would happen. Oh, Ringo Starr. That's like when Ringo Starr went to the band and he was like, hey, check this out. I have Yellow Submarine, okay? And they were all like, Ringo, we love you and we support you and we're going to put this up on the fridge. We are happy that you contributed a song to an album. Of course, I'm being shitty. He's great. We love Ringo Starr, we love Paul McCartney, we love John Lennon. Admittedly, most of them were written by Lennon and McCartney. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, shit. Did I fuck something up? Sometimes it'll do that where it'll just crash immediately for reasons. Not because I did anything to the game, just because it decides it wants to bomb. Hey, we're back. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We now have an uninterrupted rendering of the bridge, the distant detail, the statues. And there's no more pop where it's switching between low quality and high quality. And this is my vision for Bloodborne Remaster project, is we have the oomph, we have the power on PC. We will render these polygons, and we will render them from far away. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. This is my vision for the game going forward. Central Yharnam's probably the worst example. I think you'll see an example this way too. If we walk this way, some of these little, you'll see there's bridge portions that they loaded. Yeah, see, there you go. I always wonder how I didn't notice it, but yeah, they do distant detail here for fake one, real one. You'll see those little pillars there, or little steeples. You'll see low quality, high quality, low quality. Oh, you'll see they even do it on this building here. Yeah, there's extra detail that's being loaded. So I'm going to fix that as well. I plan to fix as much of the distant detail as I can so we always get the highest quality geo at any given point in the map, because these are going to be more noticeable in 1440p and 4K. Like, they just are. We have greater visibility. Like right now I'm playing at 1080p, but we are absolutely going to have greater visibility to where these changes are going to be like, oh shit, that's nasty looking. Like how I didn't notice that this whole portion pops in, like the objects. That's crazy. Yeah, they swap into like lower quality statues. The steeples are lower quality. Oof. Oof. Oh, actually, you know what's really weird? Is we're right next to this and it's loading the lower quality variant. Oh, that's fucking weird. So it's hiding the real one underneath it. I wonder why that is. Now that might be my fuck up. Let's not apply that to FromSoft yet. There may be something I fucked up on that one. Yeah, you can see here it happens as well. So low quality is here, high quality is here. Low quality, high quality. You can even see the coffins load in. So yeah, I got to fix those as well. While I'm here, I'll fix all of that. Increase the rendering load, yes, but I'm okay with that. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Happy hunting.